punch jumadi abre na so na yede ebre wanwumre me ne badwafo ebet na se na yato adwan hwese na wotwe a yesimi nsem ena di akotene ya manyesem ewo yeman Ghana me awe se sabre Martin Amidu resignation any matters arising from the resignation eya de da wakoma so paye yebehwe na yaka eno ho nsema ni sunsanso ewo the mayen enyina nso so awe say your former president His Excellency the late JJ Rawlings Nyankopon ato nsa afren we film and they busuafo etu anamon eba openso formally ebe born amane ebe sign ema open so esam the book of condolence and no and I will share television no so CCA Abra Rawlings, the late president Nebusian for formally omono ebebo open so amane say Papa J Ephraim. You see Kimati Rawlings. Who else? Okay. Busian for now show mo. Is that available? Is Inti asema Otumfuo ekan.
Yo. Oni di edukuta hu bebrebe. Yo. Ba oni di nkomo. Ba no so nem na so ana ya to aba ya to ba wie ya obekọ no. Wa nyai se be na se nkomo di da. Oni ni di nkomo bebrebe. Yo. So there mudin kumo bebrebe. Okache ne say na so ofre konwa so da bi. Ofre konwa so kura no a mansia de. Na me say na se no no nti ha ye fi. Zio was so nyai na se echi di. Bi e be si biara no aba na oba na se amade. Yo, so ba so oni ama ke ka ho abeta dem na bi obi aka na somdwe mu kokko yo bi de so sum na se be hwe na de ba bi ba yo re bi na ka pe de mo ho twa so yo so na tra asomdwe mu odom papa asabe nano ono anabrewa ka mu so odmo mu tumi ka baba na mane ono bibia ke ka cha no se yo bibia nam so na na din ko man am se ambetuo na atwe yo so ba yi so no utumi edo hunsi pesa de you chance na ko sa ko na Ghana man atwe yo de bia no ni din ko mo se ampa wo de tuo de betu aban de na so oba ye wo de hunsi ho ba for de ma Ghana man esan ede turu to ho esa gina ho ma se be to aba yiwu esum Ghana man yi papa yo so ba so Otumfuo Addo be bru adum se Agyapa ni ma se be aban foforo na so ba ya oba no Otumfuo so me de transit na me cheche no enema bi mu ko ma ko mfie do no no hu se be ya beto no so Zio no mani nyina no wode hu ba fode ama Ghana man na ya na be ti woni kofo operation job enen ko mu sia so a yedin ko ma yedun asem wo mu ane Zio be ti ntia wo se kofo no operation na nso ono no Otumfuo mu sia na hu do a na ewo mo ntamo ye ne ha no no aka na president kofo so a cheche ni na ye mi ensan ye ko ha te dem ye hu asem o se se be ha no bibi ha no aka na president kofo so a cheche mu o me esa kwati dem na se be kana sumdwe mu ya bi se ni o mu me ko kam me ni me esa ni na atra ya ka ho me ni o mu tra ka ba yo so baby ono obanyi dada a na o be se se o ko na grechi obanyi Akufo o me esa ni na o mu nya tra ka ba ku so dem no se ba ye sa de ha no wo ka o kama no pro so ani aka che no ma frɛ no yo Zion. Opinion Moses Subaye. No be Hano. Oba. What come on the bros who pay my friends there to was in and Jichimu a bar or capet was Mura, Matic, or Trash. Sitting in our so simple. They need ye and my Santini, Papa. What can be what I say? Zion, I never be a. I'm so don't for them. I Ghana, mighty Ghana Yintra. Zion, I dear hard beneath Papa. As you know, upon one of them, on a safana day. See the hope a penny in your home in Nara. Zion, sit in there on one I see, I bet you do a gun of memoir. And if you are Mamun Nara. Job. Zion, since every walk in an fat door, go ye. Not seven young upon the new Kubiano in the vampire and fantastic. Zion, if any new of the year, the cheap, it was a Kessben baby. The Kabum, the Shan and Munam, assumed Dream Council, Magana Mayan Munam. Job, so the Ricardo, so Thomas Papa, some of them here.
Rawlings visit Otumfuo to inform him of the former president's demise, Papa J. And Otumfuo asem afutu a ode Emile and na oche enyumbre. Michael Susudis obekai na menye sure say young ones no Pyne ebekai no, but Michael Susudis obi a by political history obekai so no na yede no esosa Ghana for dissidents biana omo sempi no. Well, nyumbre a punch jumadi so ya transi ye behwe se ne be di kan aka Martin Amidu's resignation matters arising saying na eno ho nsem ete. But do you know, are you aware say ene day His Excellency the Vice President will launch a QR code as CA anti-muni waakye okoya one fasika ne to waakye na o use sa QR code ai barcode o scan a utimi editia ade a wato e wo Ghana has CA wo hwe wiase afana nyina Singapore ene India ena aye saade ni ba do mo de no kra no banks ne sa supermarkets ne mall ne adna ba de end dey say utumi the QR code no scan e to waakye e Ghana has CA. It is very interesting and Ghana I think level I did digitization econo yekoya nimpa je. You see His Excellency the Vice President or launch the products and I said the program na owie ya on the to anti-muni waakye. You can imagine this waakye has a name and or you use that QR code at the to sa waakye ni bi. E je free na kwei say obi de me de kra ni funeral say wo ye na sampan e na abeto nsa afre no ana lawyer Amankwah na abeto nsa afre no na wo ye invitation card na obetumi aye barcode no e waakye entine hia say donation no sambeka say na nsu eto enti wantumi amanti no donation no so aba won saka card na hwe wuntumi nkwa yi na eno ana say wo do phone be scan na donation a opese wo ye no na wa send straight away e da command nipa no enti ende wo ye yi a ehun ni asa physically enkrofo be ba be bonso a ukona wo register sa QR code na wo ye o funeral invitation na wo de ato ekire obi bia opese obo nso bia or the fast one, I just say, and so on the street away. Eba. No, that is a. Oh, yeah, but say that was a penny. What's the guarantee? Say, what was a penny? Eba system. So, Amankwah lawyer, ye say, no offer free me. So, nim who be there. No offer free me say. Now, or your invitation card now. Not wako who mona. skake to ebi number na omaye code no we trade the amount simple cra Constance Ofori Holland aba mengancho ne maami Efrim Mrs Felicity Osei aka Auntie Feli we free ma Saturday we na omo ye nti o se menkancho also Saturday we ko graduation olumaya wo ye graduation how manage with this there was menkancho so aba no so Saturday we they should be laid in state Evangelical Friends Chapel Santase Star Junction hona Maria Montessori or then ho kwada so hona. After that the burial service will take place and the final funeral rites so ebe was our premises hona enti adofo ebe kwa France Constance Osafo Agyapa ene na busuafo na Antifeli eye no yetimi ayama na efefefe papa ya panyi ya ben suso a Simon ya oben movie namesake na bantoma de obi anim no pa panyi ya ben ono suso na eye no na otwe ne ebe ye wo brekum e wo Mahene Park no so enti eno suso ye big funeral ena Asna brekum Asna suso chairman no Alhaji Yakubu no so Efrim Saturday we na Yakubu ye so ye Saturday we enso so e wo brekum Saturday we ye so ene ye nana to 4 enso so aye sa enso so ena ba ye poku afri ye enso so aye sa chese aye no Saturday we de aje say nipa aye Saturday Sunday na how our division and multiplication and beba no and na say I Greek and honsem p no but we will manage, we will see how we will do the realignments and rearrangement and at the end of the day presence will be shown say hey na barcode you credit kayaba you can now scan and send your donation before cry a year no e be here. So that's Ghana for you. The digitization man, His Excellency the Vice President, launching another massive program. Ghana has to see digitization man is taking Ghana to another level. Okay, so Mema Makwaba empenying for Mr. Samuel Pyne, aka Sam Pyne, Regional Secretary of the New Patriotic Party in Ashanti region. They call him the general. Memo Akwaba.
Yami the lawyer.
Nampom to say.
Yami adompaye bibi aboko.
Bibi aboko. Yada obade ase. Lawyer Evans Amankwah, former NDC parliamentary candidate Adansi Asokwa constituency. Lawyer, Emile.
Yami.
Na aboko there.
Anyaboko sir.
Hey.
Okay, no. No for nimpon, ma me achieve me.
Okay.
No for Ben. Order form. Just say I rehearse my busian, and great your busian was siwa. And they are dancing annual so. As they are 20. Because my minion are coming up.
Oh, okay.
And he onoko I feel the akabakope. And then your program is in here coming here. Na my busian phone I call no for Nico. On na nua ade ato ne enemy of abem menyina na obi ayako
okay e ma busiafo ne yakọ eduru a na akoye barcode a QR code no bi no send abawo
well apart from that there
to support
nyame adom ye ho ye but se baga na memodi a ho hye danye sa
why shepe a woditi we
oh ene de so we say dem say ayi bi tia na so de bebu hu akonta ene ebe mfum so but as I said no nyame amade chipachi eminia akodi pa kakra o to them fam say ade ba ko gamre ya fi o man penin dada John Dramani Mahama Ashanti region ochna
oh okay
or started
or break or suspend the campaign.
Yeah,
it's coming back.
Yes.
Okay.
Ochano or ba new DBA any Adansi Asokwa constituency.
Okay.
Adansi Asokwa constituency didn't hear who he am say ho any constituency a megina and prensa but unfortunately I feel we meant me anyina but me ogidie wo me candidate a wogina nimu say obebo adwuma
okay
amodi nkunimjie aba
then some then you say
this is some pande ono sa say obekai o me betra me ka je aba ma wie na mo ha mo sa o zo abo bia be wo pre ene o sre sa edi ochina mes Adansi Asokwa constituency for say obi a mo twi na ongoshia o mampani John Dramani Mahama incoming president 2021 because one timi angohwe no ochina bosumi akire no wan hwe na pese kohwe na kire ko Flagstaff House
Jubilee House obeko no ay busy
okay so o Jubilee ni dey
officially now that is how the place is
buy the ko be dey buy nti no if you see akana e bi na dey dey ba no
okay
edi omampani any omo na entraja e ba Ashanti me mu no ye mo nyina akwaba okay so ochina ade atomani de but e be boy ho modern na enyina ya kwakohia no ba bibia wo bia wo ye ndisi ni bia so no na wo ye ndisi ni mpo na wo ye Ghana ni a kotie ni nsempa no the people's manifesto no ba ye nchen ma ye kan ye nsem ma otworo ye no and no the brain said the kind I don't know why na onko ye kama
obi e konso so ana don't forget your face masks and also nose masks because COVID is real so say COVID no e hadwen enti wo ko program bia payinfo etie obi e kra ne de but see we are keeping social distance that's why obi a de ekura no wo hwe papa e de ya wo hwe sam so de ya
o me de me John mama de le ba so and on be o de you know
so obi a just
me me atiase social
distance we are keeping me so me de wo have social distancing keeping it okay some that campaign ko saying
oh lawyer when Evans so kana mesre no kana to business identity hwe in all honesty Adansi Asokwa onu ena na ye candidate
na ni
modura
o evese
na be se bi obema KT top time kakra na de o makoyi ni de o hu visibility a we china kura say o mso Mahama be kokko ampa kura hwe a o jira nipa mu hu no wonhuni pakro entiba so far so good yenna won hwe yen na say radio so yedma
the radio we are also on Facebook live YouTube
yenna yenna wase wo mompa yenna na medine so ache yen ye obibia na nya ne sa Evans so yakọ na otwede de dura ka kire ni emra beja so we nya politics ntra enua yenu de ye beba beja
then brand e be na otwe
okay
ye be no asiwa
asiwa bosu me from
okay e brand e be na otwe ne me over Ben Asare ye be di na otwe
ndila nye obibia na enya ne sa nti ya do wan so mpa ye ne krokraye na obisa campaign so ekoye said ya kano ya campaign ye ne said ye wo position we are not leaving any stone unturned. Debi ameka me say COVID nukra na bae no aboa nsobwe e bisa my opportunity no a de kwa fiem e kwa so dem e kwa muslimi for e kwa babia kwa kan asem no wo ji ase ye kwonso no ye wo enema e de ko every constituency will a local manifesto eduma the past 3.5 years plus ye be koso ye ni nyina no bia okoro ran bia e wo bia ode ka asem no enye botum kan nya bosire mu ka ayekọ akọ kan asem no na nan dan Akufo Addo obia e danase lawyer ene TV ba ku bi omo ye pro NDC pa na omo ko dwabim so am ko bisa ma no na they live program na they hope or wish se bia oni empa Akufo Addo lawyer me si so mu bisa ma 25 asema e mu 24 ene kan kire omo se obeto abama na dankwa Akufo Addo enye kumase ya o it happened in Accra okay 24 ene so beto wo mo say notwithstanding bibia no enka wo mma entimi nko school ebra no bebre a be famu asan wo mma akọ school once that bia me de me ankasa me de ho example am sure say me opportunity me call one of the best schools in the country St. Augustine's but enye Otumfuo bia enka lawyer commentary new school school fees ni aho kire ni nasefo ye makwan na me to meat pie na me to ahwede but ne obi si media Ghana sika me de beboa ye mekora no emomu adie awofo no si wo mani so wo mo da president Akufo Addo so ase no be hye ne bonyam ebiem wo mo si covid bae ma me ba ko o so ye provision store covid bae na adwuma ekofom kakra ba onya access to NBSS scanning kakra nti nema na so na no editor no o se bi no DSA adwuma no na de ye ne de ne se bosumi be so no be kofie no be bosumi na bosumi num ni nsuo kan enka nyina no enye ne dadwene ebiem nti lawyer ye ko so ye adwuma ne ye kai Ghana for donim to no ne de nyina twere no ano na President Akufo Addo on the okan wose a oyo hwe asantima we and some kase ye buy an this for the dry asumpa asif se no mama bamuda eye makwan yes yentimi ye ni nyina nwie ba bi kura o ha ye nye bi kura nanso ya kire biase nyina se we are ready to work enam de ya shase a ye no asantima mu ha no enti mimi nim se asida ene de bekwa akoda president model number 1 esuro ho President Akufo time no ase ho we are reverse esuro ho ukwa nye bebia number 1 esuro ho bebia esuro no wo no eno nanche lawyer president in Nepal they aba efa no planting for food and jobs free SHS 1D1F sanuma wo die mabuna no ma we university no mo tifia no mate unemployed graduates association yadina ko eba we nyina no eye adwontoto a eye mra ene hihye ene boa mra no eye parliament for no nti wanyi omo no badwina dwempa no mo aboa no ma dwempa e woni timu oye odi aba ma boa ye nyina so a enkosi aga oti ase yadunti na se wotoma President Akufo Addo number 1 no a the parliamentary candidates ni nyina so number 1 na so the man no akọ no makoboa because ba ko ntire damfo no nyina so na the pa ye mo my Ghana no yakoso aye na said the Asante form na mubu se kusi bedo wo sameso ade na yeyi a yeyi me nyina.
Okay, now because before I best say free lawyer now a quick comment because you are a tutor or CAS entina me bisawe performance zenena BTA program live program bina Honorable Safuma for a senior minister he was making a point say this year and crown performance no extraordinary because in mathematics and science and crown performance no beyond comprehension. Some crana ya dear pa or maths and science
and English.
Telling you the EMS no and crano dear pa. What is that the case? If that's the case, what's as accounted for that way?
Factors no bedrocks. One, teacher motivation. You did free teachers by you won't never be a shame crime. So the motivation is there. Two, textbooks are demand for the core subjects. First time in the history of Ghana, are provided every single senior high school child or student with all the core textbooks.
Core meaning
English, maths,
and science
and social studies.
Okay.
You demand into conversant with the topics and all that. And no nanche lawyer. Factors be a ma o transfer sha etimi how no e bi no one who can register want me into registration ebia wanwie ebia de school fees aban MPP aban na na dan Akufo Addo otua abofra bia o senior high school registration ma no 2 school fees what paper ho twura teacher tumi ba na odi wa list so na say sorry free paper no ho it is how the car wo ko transfer hwe no kra no psychologically no one kasa no wadwene no ya na odi hu bi na ekwa akotran edem ho no enu so free mu if you say na free SHS it no ya tua fees nyina ama aduane a enkura ne die bin mark improvement when nyina ye factors a edi boaye ema ebanisa enti wo man na criticize me kai na me hwe video bi ngo papra MP or the same class Sam George or running down free SHS enti ya na former president Mahama obese oba be free SHS ya na ya misro because me kai pass adverta wo mu di good system no say free SHS nya de pa ade bia ye free nye ye man be bo asisa emfa quality ma emfa way ma no and then all of them have been proven wrong. It is any panic can say we no be gina say obema free SHS or bond obeto aso sinu hu obwa no we na ye factors minim say ebi be wo ho de ba mreti ntimi kan nyina eboa mankura no e pass years a ukoye ye school ho one more 8 ones are so agu ho afi and 716 ones are so agu cars no the results no be cherewa I have some on my phone some of the students the cherewa you marvel that I believe say yes president ye more teacher for no ye nyina ya ba so me chire di ye mo ya ba so ye mo awofo abaso because when we are the danger me bo abofo abaso no hwe conditioner na wo mu a ye mankora no course o mkoye nsore ana encrophobi eti mountain me capacity this is sponsor parents to be encrophobic go Accra girls so I'm say COVID
why do you say send this
oh I know some of them
okay
so ye nyu wo mo mamu wo mo awofo agina ye say ye manu so dachi hia ye mo mabaso enkura na nkasa nso ye mo mabaso na aban enso enhihye the health sector wo mo ka ho nyina education minister miami nyama tipoku prempenapo one the deputies wo mo nyina na wa adamfo Director General say no unfinished business.
My namesake.
I say can't say chere no. Wo mu nyina ye mo ma ba so mo hihye pa. Eni abado ye nyama wo mo ne nkura na kasa focus a wo mo focus say ye ko ba bi say na say ko duru ho ne nyina ka ho na din ko ni dey we say. And it's my wish say subsequent exams no will be an improvement over a few years
me that say Mr. Samuel Pyne Pyne and I will share the number punch Jumadi so Kessben television or science Jumadi or Kessben radio. Now Evans, I want to make a quick comment on this performance of these SHS students.
You see sometimes say uti Sampaya no can say na is so interesting. When we better na can be the first question say dum so elwana because Kumasi Kurimu I we must say me free Asokwa Mampong me free by 7:30 na you dum light ho before that near dum light before and say say dum bim almost every day dum light na me remember na ya no say dum so elwana say ni ho or say the way than I say. But at least Ghana for will attest to the fact say they be a doom light.
Always.
Me just a man for me to come and me one of example. And I will not sit here and lie because
baby I'm seeing doom light.
Oh, show me was a man for me say as at 7:36 see and I saw their benim. Me free for the doom light.
Okay.
Me ya
na to free office nearby.
Man can say me free office. I never said so.
No,
but no, man, but my office was a Korean man.
Okay.
My office is at a Korean man. You see, now all can be about the kind of free SHS. So NDC, the brave free SHS is possible. You see, 8 years ago, and na NDC since dua ka say free SHS would not be possible. In the sense that so many free SHS, you need to get the infrastructure in place. That is why Omampeni John Dramani Mahama started say OCE blocks now. And then on nobody Adansi say ye blocks now you complete you know. Oko edujama sesia the padodo e farm e contribute enormously this free SHS because enkolani school dan ko baby omonya school dan ankobu no menia you realize that sankwala no now you have the pictures how many that veranda so maybe omo trouble sisi me who be you see I'm one person I believe that Ghana a tumpon an idea and for that matter we need to be holistic in discussing media media. It's supposed not to be politics all the time. And yet the Biana, the Uyeno, Obemana politics and Gyan. A doom pempensubia, I was a man of Parano, a daddy. My point is this. And Colano and Sochenoa. In fact, because we obey my full analysis. Say, class do say the trial exams, no. Nipa do say ne pass, nipa do say ne pass science, nipa do say ne pass maths, nipa do say ne pass English, and I wouldn't be able to sit here and condemn or applaud the Ohene. But you see, Minya Sampan say a brand Colano Quacotra exams on NDC 4 say Yeman Colano refi. Yeah, wow, for Nabason Colano Mutiquatram, but in refi no say within the same time and Colano be we was in school. Moyako. Oh, can you see I
did it that because
Akola and within that time.
Text.
Yes.
No, sir, no, your COVID related.
Just Akola within that time.
Okay.
At that time, no, let's be realistic. If it were not to be the COVID, if it were not to be the COVID period, and then Kolani in every say a COVID, no one yanti no, so no be anti Do you think that COVID nan come to me ration in hospital means saving life?
We have video because the students were around him.
No, we have video. No, it took some time. It took some time. Let's be realistic. And the or say who say can say 4 years after NDC criticizes say SHS no no who put in place structures. Your mama is school Adaya in the history of this country. No president has been able to build SHS within a period of 4 years. You need record bia or hosa. So what I say? Your mama see sir. Okaso basi 200. Or start 140 something. I'm about 23. I completed. So the any completed no. Me am to make me a canon authority say baby or na completed that. Aban we buy obeyi nani. Because me fear dance mem. Obia be dia dance say o call Adansi apagya say see the school e ho a. Completed. Completed, but enkola den kom. So, edimia structures na ye dey see ho no. Eno eboai e ma free SHS no so. It is a John Mama kase oba obehye kena na che say odim de oka. Because ne fare by no ono starting on so the structures in so enkola be school dan wako. Kan say free SHS na enkola nyina nko no munya ba bi nko. E de oka so oba no behye kena de na onim de oka. So oba obetimi ahye ama watimi ama ade no aye adwuma. Okay. Etimi nua John Mama te say de can say omoda number 1 no. Too sure. Too direct. John Mama that. But we see also interestingly in the history of Ghana a presidential election will be no other first winning that. Will be na first winning elections in Ghana.
Akufo Addo second term in 2004 not that first.
In 2004.
Yeah, Rawlings 2006, not the first.
Oh, okay.
So politically,
but lawyer, just a small thing. On education, they are not. Lawyer, about school be or apija. Yes. When we call commission, dino, not your years grading. Me say
grading and they were here.
Yeah, a moon concrete, you good from. But when we paint here, you know, I'm former president Mahama, Eco Commission, and now we know Cassay. And now we know Cassay.
Mammy, correct me. President Mama never commissioned Apeda
into anything.
On commission. Me into 8 parts.
Into a special
time one. Not all back. That time me contest.
That's about 5 days to election.
Oh my dear, my boss stadium. Me contest TV. That time, not the constituent chairman, a friend chairman are there. No more use a home. Did no access or say the canon. On my screen now, some can be 2000 with the President Mama and commission school. See, as some mechanic, it is on record. The Abraham Castle, President Mama call on, no, say no. I dear way a new commissioner. Because President Commission Bibiana, you had the plug in the ball. Who bet me the Adansi said there's nothing that a church president or commission at school. Has never been commissioned.
So I stand corrected.
So ready.
No, I stand vindicated. Say, no schools have blocked, and then you're ready. And now we know can say, you see dormitory blocks. You wouldn't have the Kudentia, baby, a school no one. A Peja community no, and to me, say, school no. So, Obiso Fianyaso, a baho.
Obisi actually you do ofunso.
Maybe obisi ofi emudrasi eba ho. Se obisi ofi praso eba ho. When you said that area trotro nya adwuma. Oh, cancer ekono ye main say you know. Ena eko. Nti trotro ben na nkra no de beko. Nti ase ya build dormitory blocks. And na me no ka say so no anka so beka no kra kire wa. Progress adwuma was so a wo mo ye dormitory blocks.
So it has not been abandoned.
Yes. 2 Robonso, Robonso for instance. Robonso don't so move here.
Because a dormitory.
Yes, they are building Kohoko.
They have a trouble.
Oh, that's a new animal.
Me call as if was
any animal.
Was there a inside?
And I can't say a Bequaco witness rural telephony project.
I know left to. Oh, okay. Okay.
Robonso for instance. And also, I think when you say, Robonso, only 6 students. And I apply say inform called Robonso. 6 students. Time of year, self placement in as for no. I'm buying classes because I can't and crying in our Saint Jai echo another placement. So now we are still doing work at that place with dormitories and the rest of Amankwah. Then we share MPP by expansion works in all the schools. So we kaboma and yet block you block a block you can't school. Said the Become Senior High School TM.
The great best.
Said it's an Augustine steer, said their cast here, said I mean your cast school. Now block there. Sub blocks na yakikano. So far they yet seen across the country no. Say they can boom aye the blocks and as we speak now and can people back there say about 400 blocks.
400.
Yes. The work okwakas. Correct no cocaine case yes. Ashanti High School. Konamo Kodwamina Kenten. Kohen you my ye no ho. What can bomb a more than ye block? It is a carbon and ye block and ye block and one care sibe 400. What couple some tree? Yeah.
The
girls' school, secondary school, administration block, dormitory. I
think I've seen the pictures.
Yes, school, not the block.
Easy. Mami kasa
you block can better.
Mami kasa mche
Obi fi price or better.
Me school we see. Me 2 million market. School na ko. Obeko na Edichum the deputy minister of education. The signboard is here.
No. You were a Lutum Senior High School. And no private school. I don't hand you over my okay. But I'm talking about the Girls Senior High School.
Girls Senior High School. In between continency any just so far sa route eh what na wo me ya painting no ya painting green
yeah I've seen the pictures
asema o ka no papa ye blocks eh 1 2 3 story what the compare sa block no mo see no ho no what are we talking about here me makwa ko hu sa block no it can never be compared to any block
administration block na wonam ko
me say
administration block na wanimu
yes start school no yes start school no me nka say because of that school in Quanti me nka say baby I say yen chire school a nanado I started our we because our school no almost started from scratch
okay
so that's it but put the structures together in one E block
okay
me makọ
okay
but me started school no almost started from scratch and I would not never sit here and say almost started from scratch but it would never be compared to
an E block okay. Now let's make progress. Mesdames, say punch and I will share our Kessben television, will sign ETA, our Kessben radio, and you many lawyer Evans Amankwah Etuche and Komo is the NDC's immediate past parliamentary candidate for Adansi Asokwa constituency in
elections and contesting recently immediate
regional secretary. Oh, okay. But right, I prefer parliamentary candidate. You know.
Okay. Leading member.
A leading member of the NDC. A team of the NDC. Okay, all right. And I'm besides somewhere Pyne. Some Pyne is the regional secretary. They call him the general. And you bring you to change.
The general idea. Fan to so say don't get here. General.
Na I don't get here na woka preko.
Abobia dosradia osua
preko.
In the contest say who person secretary papa dey do tuma also fa
general no to ho so.
Say don't get here fa general
no to ho.
Ah why do papa ntino obia
a friend general no.
A friend general nti sampan person osua say don't get here the style of leadership ni secretary no.
Person said me political career. You go to say what said me political career?
Oh, but some why are there? So you know
okay. Okay. Now let's come to we aren't spending much time on Martin Amidu and sense no. Just a brief comment on Martin Amidu, then we'll come to substance of other issues. I lawyer. Yes, Martin Amidu's resignation and matters arising, response from the presidency and matters arising.
Minya, yeah, we call that the Americans of Millennium, brother. But the Hadia, America Minya. Yeah. It's a Russia, a kind of
highly educated brothers. Well educated brothers.
Highly educated, but not learned.
We are the Office of the Special Prosecutor Act. That is 2017 Act 959. And then they created the Office of the Special Prosecutor. And we are basically now the Jumedi is to fight corruption within the system, especially among the government sector. Now, Ebra Act establish office. You know, so there's a video appointed can say Martin Amidu Kokubako Saisa because then Niaje was Saisa in that video. Now MPP for be bossy. Because at that time, not Martin Amidu agenda was starting in 2016. And it said, war persecute NDC for, including Amampeni John Dramani Mahama. Inti Ebra Omobefa no. Now, Omonim said it was continuation of his agenda. But let's go into the critical issues in this whole thing. You see, the act and creative office. You see, we shouldn't talk about Martin Amidu so much, but Niema accumulated to us. And they say, act establishing office. You have appointed somebody into that office. in 2018. Not an appointment letter. Martin Amidu's appointment letter was given to him in 2020.
No, but he's been holding himself out as the special prosecutor. In that designation, he's been doing so many things. So I know for me, I've been know as lawyers, you know, when the issue.
It's an issue because
issues.
Yeah, man appointment letter. Under what authority was he acting?
So has he not been holding himself out as a special prosecutor? He is in court prosecuting people.
No, see, the fact that he was holding himself, not on one being a lawyer, no, him said, "Do baby, no be challenging." Where is your appointment letter?
But he derives his appointment from the day a president handed over that we know to him. Say he is the okay. So the day a Parliament endorsed an appointment, I'll call Presidency. Presidency did the insignia of the office. A shared in Sema or Shaz, yes, all put together the team. And a Juma or Peso or started so an investigation. He being a lawyer, no, all these years, no, Sena or few say only appointment letter. So therefore, now or incapacitated say obey and Nema or na. Other than over the period, while holding himself out as the special prosecutor, writing letters as special prosecutor, going by the designation special prosecutor, indeed prosecuting Honorable Mahama Yarega. He has written reports based on an investigation. I issue assessment reports signed as a special prosecutor.
And you don't do things between me and as lawyers. Within that contest, not only appointment letter, there was no documentation to that effect. Say he has been appointed as a special prosecutor now. If there has been anything against Mahama Ayaruga and raising that issue, so only capacity and don't do things at the court.
It was raised as a preliminary issue of Mahama Ayaruga trial, and the court, the great was dismissed that way. And say he has the capacity to. Hold himself out as a special prosecutor. It went to Supreme Court when his age was also challenged by our own brother, the former Deputy Attorney General Dominic Ayeni. That also went to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court also, threw out that.
It was his age.
Exactly. It had to do with his appointment, the propriety of his.
The issue of his capacity as Obia only appointment letter, never went to Supreme Court.
But by law, who do self, your father is all employee Obi by the Labour Act of Ghana. Who employee Obi say on ye a Juma amount. 90 pound a year Juma amount for a period of time. Bebo suminsia say woman elected, say woman elected. The law presumes to say the person has been gainfully employed by you. That's the position of the law. And I don't know, a detracted from a Juma Awayana.
You see, and no, in effect, no. So we will be our emblem for. Neama or Juma, not common appointment letter. A problem. I think that
we don't need to believe at the point, but it was no in severe issue for his resignation.
Another thing. You see, there is an issue about Martin Amidu and then be a development be an awesome. And me transfer me busa me question and say this is governmental agency. Nipa na appointing also determine baby also try adwuma na sa binding also money baby also try adwuma. Abandon na kasa ha na also adwuma. You don't have because you are for adwuma say bra be adwuma.
About institutional be adwuma fine but we share say na the independence, you know, so ocean is structure
your independence has nothing to do with the building upon which you're going to work.
But although ocean move Senna Oyen and Niamana, he was carefully trying to avoid the situation where, according to Onono, he will be controlled by the executive.
You see, all the kind the not ye Martin Amidu Pyne Amana Bayana who say office no ye Martin Amidu.
Okay.
But the office wasn't Martin Amidu.
Okay.
Me patch what you say. Say Kessben TV afa wadwuma wa ha. Na ya say Hani studio abaye dwuma. O se me pe studio e so a chese sa Hani kejeti. Me patch what you dey in all these things Martin Amidu also for 2 years me Mpiana Kada. For 2 continuous years me Mpiana Kada. Onipa also person independent. Otimi ye adwuma na Emma yesi kete ahyese ne proye. Ne kankan yesi amon. 2 years Mpiana Kada. Martin Amidu ni sem binum bimu nam so man resign e this Agyapa royalty deals so we share the letter of resignation okay we say na president no free say wa appoint no na be any product on view when he was writing or investigating the Agyapa royalty deal, the finance minister came to his house.
They did use the word because Onyanya investigation. What he did was an assessment. Onyanya investigation. I mean, the 2 words are very, very important, significant.
Because sometimes
Onyanya investigation.
No, assessment. If there's any now, baby, me as a lawyer, me what problem kakra. And I want us to discuss this thing as Ghanaians. And then the fact say, Martin Amidu say, we an assessment in the report.
Yeah.
Or the copy from March and Rawlings. Why? There's here a special prosecutor who is an independent.
Okay, President Akufo Addo and Rawlings.
President Rawlings.
Okay.
What's what the copy command?
Okay.
And President Rawlings here say only President Akufo Addo Bekasa. What's on the Kasa? On the Kasa, and the president was not happy. Say or they copy Ababeche or no President Rawlings. So in effect,
but between it's not captured in the resignation letter, no. So that we are
yes,
we know it's not in the resignation letter, so that we are clear.
We don't put that. Now, the question is, what was the grand agenda about this whole office of the special prosecutor? You see, in his resignation letter, what Trotro said, the event of November 12th.
12th November, yeah.
What was the event of November 12th?
The demise of former President Rawlings.
And a man.
The last straw.
The last straw. What was the agenda? The office, yes, somebody baby person. Now, I would not sit here. So, and Kase Martin Amidu, and non-corruption, no. Nana Akufo Addo, I didn't know better for a Montino, and no Timina Jumanibio. But maybe who say, a Jumana at the Shannon as special prosecutor. Na onye adwuma no ohun se sa adwuma no se President Rawlings ti ase dia o ya na President Akufo Addo can be actually to say the okache and say ma on make the report no public for the meantime. On say the same of what you and the only the support that he needed. And no can be no resign here. But you see in any case.
Sana who
yes. Omampani Akufo Addo. Sa ohwe na can say Martin Amidu let anymore. Osi Omampani Akufo Addo ka kire ne se mo make report no public. Said the entire who say nipa ne independent. Why do you want to control him? Omampani Akufo Addo say o ka kire se omo a wo enho aka ewade no na se o ka kire se omo fair hearing. Ono na se ma o ka no. Obi independent, are you the person, because I'm not a lawyer or a senior lawyer, are you the person who will tell him that all the altering party no observe that? Oh, it is also a summer response I feel the presidency. And then Martin Amidu and send someone a course now. You realize, Papa, from the presidency and then Martin Amidu Omunina, there was problem with them. And or no president, no. He didn't not to have involved himself in that cancer report now or the buy.
Now, why did the Martin Amidu report? No, then the the trigger and I been say, onfa report to no copy and comma president. Then the can say onfa copy and comma finance minister. Then the can say on copy speaker of parliament for the idea.
You see, that is why me who say beyond the in the public domain, there was a discussion behind this whole stuff. Now, before the book baby say, said Nanchudia and Canon Chinato, and me Kuna, and you conform the Koya Budia, maybe to my canon.
Okay.
So, now MP before freezer or more Abraham Amidu, your mama, say your mama, say no visa. What did they mention? Me personally, if you remember, me lead petitioner against Martin Amidu see any free NDC. Me no lead petitioner against say Martin Amidu because no indiscipline. Me hunin that is how I perceived him. So what I say, I am of the opinion, sir. That time, 9 people before budget so. Nene or the dimwa. Who to me about radio so say Martin Amidu movie. What I did that time?
Don't let us go and repeat things that will be problem for anybody.
That time no money don't movie no dey control.
Anyway, no, but because but personally, let's take away say the NDC abi or the MPP. Personally, a Juma Ghana for now expect to say Martin Amidu obey as a special prosecutor with the office. Personally, who want to say to me meet expectation as a special prosecutor?
Sitting at where I am now as a lawyer, and okay act that I established in the office now. I would say when to me why am I saying so? Because office is a creation of a statute. So you have been given the leverage to work. If there is any interference, you have the backing of the law to fight it.
Yeah.
And so who say we are a kind of anti-corruption crusader. Now when you have that opportunity to fight corruption in the system, now the president no interfere in. You should have written a letter to the president to tell him say you should stay away from your work. Me, that is how I feel. He should have written a letter to the president. Say, Papa, we are mampeni, the woman penny. Not mean so as a special prosecutor, because we are independent. Give me that independent. Let it come to the public domain. Let us discuss it. I think that if that thing has come out, if indeed the president now or then won't for the name, because we see.
No, but do you, as a lawyer, know who say the conduct of the president, amounted to interference in the work of an independent special prosecutor?
Of course. You see, president, on the constitution now, your system of governance gives the president too much power. Too much power. And the president interference in there, it was rare. And when you interference, the president is also known chief clearing officer.
Okay, we will not go into other. I want us to focus on Martina because Bijawa now go general program in the Beko different. Something I was saying, no, we are quite different.
Very important.
I know, but
when it comes
lawyer, let's stick to this. President fine, but let's stick to Martin Amidu. Let's don't let us veer into other areas. Maybe that's a law. I'll come back to you. Landers, baby, I'll call the hot. Baby, I'll call the hot.
And there be one yet true. The other person which say, oh, say, we are near maybe trotro so. Not be because here. Open the be found to say, Papa, we there. I deal with the Juma Odian. I dear air can. Why? That is what is happening. Because you see, President say on why interfere. He only told Martin Amidu say, one year or more fair year. An independent person. Why would you? Are you the person to direct him how to conduct his work? And no one can, and no amounted to interference. The president, as a lawyer, who catch a special man will be fair hearing. So some now can does not amounted to interference. Say what you man.
Well, that's why I'm a question. Why because an independent person like Martin Amidu, why you risk and corruption assessment based on information available to you? One of the subjects of SAWO assessment now, we investigation assessment now, why the Minister of Finance. You on your own as Martin Amidu, Obia enim wo report awaye, Obia enim wo assessment awaye. Uwie no, we say copy to Minister of Finance, copy to Speaker of Parliament. Then you present a copy to the President. As the CIO cancel or sign the copy so cry former President Rawlings, and on the copy by public domain. My question is, Finance Minister now no yes subject of what they now why now we say risk assessment. I what potential corruption tendencies, Now we copy and say on far report on nyeden. President had a report to no command. Now the command say on fine nyeden. You get them up because the issue of say interference and I mean say why on your own what we assessment. Then you say, Mr. President, I am giving you this report. My copy, Minister of Finance. Say on fine report on anything. And then the president says, say, Minister of Finance, our copy on what body didn't say, wany womb. And then I want an opportunity to respond to San Demana, our Boba fan, our command or copy of the report. What's the other interference? So now the copy is on fine day.
Well, that is why I said, you see, in the initial response to question, the catcher say, you see, this whole
you smell some grand scheme. Okay, let me go to Sam now. Sam here on this Martin Amidu's resignation and matters arising, President's response and matters arising.
Lawyer
Sam, I just say mention before Obesha see cry. Was a mention Dallas. I just never see a phone in a
COVID no said the triple no here your name.
Dallas one
wife in correct.
Okay.
Lawyer Martin Amidu. Straight to the point. Yamau appointment. What accept appointment, you know? Uko oath of office. President, you know, and the share on some. Meboa. Usan swear oath of secrecy. Meboa. Appointment letter. Or the issue say a can't in the mawa resign. Anameboa.
Well, but that is not how I see it.
So say can't. So say a man appointment letter. So normality of issues. Mawa resign. But when say for 2 years, do your appointment letter. Now, Martin Amidu, your amount appointment letter. First day, one carry. First week, one carry. First month, one carry. First year, one carry. And that will resign on a worker. And that will resign on a worker. To me, it's an afterthought. Or PBB, Eddie Bukrata, so near Casena, some Ed, as some way in Indian so. Lawyer. Or swear oath of secrecy. Told him, sir. Send a Juma Bayano, a year a Bayer Jumano, the Obey Ninarano, Uncle Can, and some entrabonting. So, Uncle can some entry abonting so forth. Or no one cassa a say report now or yeah, no. Or the report, you know, it be a comma president. Or the big command, or more kind of the same finance minister, or the see. Or no one according to report be an so piano, or see, or the can't be my media. And according to lawyer J.J. Rawlings, late. And see, secrecy now also a way.
What's the good banana?
It's work of mine. One Casano, based on the first two things I'm making, the integrity and the credibility. Away. Issues back when Reggie was his office accommodation. Abaya Beyano, Aka, me what evidence of baby get fund for buildings beer. The demand one occupy for almost a year. When she one quarter.
So, the key now, yes, so, or the key no quiet fast or the key no command no, and no sign returning key no, return to sender. So on TSA. Sad dina get fund for building Kessben or my year renovation we be piano. Not chief of staff with the keys, no main keys no to the entrance because all the other rooms so that divisions or my in keys no inside. But the main keys no chief of staff they are share envelope. I know they are smart. I say you fan command and Tino chief of staff and for boo amano. And Tino was saying say yeah the partner or the kiss no call and answer the kiss no come.
You think chief of staff no family na. I chief of staff the hierarchy.
I don't know.
In the hierarchy of governance, no. Only chief of staff one.
I don't know. 10 now say the partner yes man no any other person like Kendall.
I look right now. I was not see sir. Except we say no. With the rather some. Now in the scheme, in the hierarchy of governance, no. Martin Amidu, only chief of staff one was so.
Hey, or no, the one knows all was chief of staff.
And they saw change president. Oh, then also he talks about the office budget. And in a catcher. Now, I mean, the year is required an NDC for press conference from here, shamelessly. I mean, the feedback can say it's able to hire somebody for 2 years. Wouldn't you, me say, me go promotion 3 years. Yantiameka. Go for you, 3 years. Or mama, 3 months pay under Mahama. Next time, you be a schoolboy. Yama budget set for running or office. Ghana ha, make I say ya depart. But a normal practice say ye normal out of abnormality. Say obi ye adwuma che ansa na atuaneka. But senka buy a budget to run your office. So person ye investigation. Wo person ye way, wo sikani. Na wo hwe budget 2018, 2019, 2020 e demand no na. A far bigger than ministries be budget.
Scaneta account no mo egu.
Meanwhile no sikani bi so egu account no. Wutu kwan no ene dia woji impress. And others. Is that populism be or the bar say the sitting allowance 1 year no na everything. Lawyer na everything fa. Into onu an wo hwe sanse we a or no prepare ne bibi eno di gina so akasem what's your independence when because of interference
as of November 16th let's car a good account to ma abaya release 63,171,860
about so about between say
was it
net account to that pay.
Okay, so open details there, my more details there. Now, we share approved budget for 2018. Amounts approved. That is 100 million here. 1, 2, 3 total 3.7 million. Release 1.5 million. Now 2019 approved 180 million. Release as of December 2019 65 million 65.690 so 65.6 million. That is 2019. Now 2020 approved 188 million.
You see the first one that is 2018 approved was 100 million, but the release was 1.5 million.
Oh, so 100 in your goods and services, and our back capex are 2.7. It took Kabuma 3 point, but release 1.4.
Exactly, release
1.4 million.
Yes,
yeah.
release 1.4.
That is 2018.
2018.
Yeah.
Now 2019 December.
December, yeah.
December, yeah. 2020.
65 million.
65 million normal.
That's a sika mo the good account no own utilize it.
But
we say government
salary.
Exactly. So government way no say meaning so follow na yi say one also pay 249 staff. Abina of financial clearance out to me recruitment. You ended up recruiting only 2 people. Now also person one kasa mo ye procurement Opese PPA amount status as a procurement entity because so the word there why they call procurement a delay authority why am more grant an entity status one kasano entity tender committee so what for me one kasa to me a procurement meanwhile you have not procured any sikano ko account no ma you are not utilizing it and government sectors at the end of the year no last quarter December no drew sikabia ye dia mawo entity na one use no nke was reverting back to Ministry of Finance wonko because of a special went edru o mo so there o mo nsan and revert o mo ma no ho no mo say approve for the account lawyer enti says ka we no say
Martin Amidu onye corrupt
who utilize scanner
and get the man and go for him bia
no Amankwah is adie na Ghana for sika ne ye prove the man say fire no sika no go account to na won recruit ni pa won ye we dia na o three pesos say yankin kan na sika no go account to na ze etua aka wa so mpese controller for na betua
aka ba sika de good account no nye for the salary
no mpese controller for e betua aka because so feel say be control independence tie this kind of man say utumi di bi etua according to
the director of transport Jubilee House I seen a vehicle every week the vehicles ninara are buying fuel or mining fuel oji impress oji other allowances the oji or no see 1 year and now returning
sitting allowance
and no returning in the bank.
I don't know.
And then a first day na yemen bino one man will caveat said me sitting allowance the henceforth and we use the henceforward mo be a mammy sitting allowance bill but you keep on collecting them and at the end so what tender resignation you come to be so populist and you want to tell the world, say you refuse to take your sitting allowance.
And there's all Wamje in the Wakano. Wamje.
No, but lawyer, seriously, do you think the Ghana for concern is saying just sitting allowance because fighting corruption? Ghana for any or more per se, Obey Juma was a man, you sitting allowance.
It may be issue, Paddy say, Sanka, you have more budget to run your office. What activities be beer. And I will complain here. Because I buy or do Kai Grayo. Maybe I because one can say, maybe I because in Chiamicanti, the tendency is a major bribe feed your Mahama because of Airbus. Airbus case to Crano. I don't know, but I was Martin Amidu. Yes, he and come at Amidu some.
Sadia no so supra or the Kotari. Agyapa report. No, Sadia no the Kotari to no say Omufanya.
Maybe by what Yana will calculate agent, look at the rule, including Abutremami. And they said, some trotro. Inti, one you work to your nana, you do a car, it be a different matter. But at the engineer for the 18 and 24 months, won't take even 2 months and find complaining and can't once. And somewhere where numerity of our office in a no. What they won't channel letter through
episodes.
We keep copies. Evidence say we name penny for share of these matters, no away.
But they be not complaining. Away, being frustrated.
When they frustrate, you know.
Or they be not complaining.
You send you one castle what the report. I yet so opinionated. What's that? An investigation,
assessment.
A assessment into the or no Nigerian year no. Bakubi okay or sinna or pay transaction advisors no. One more letter be I did one more so letter no train letter and some can that will be was delivered by hand. So just another letter in What look at such warped logic. So twisted. Now what would the opinion Mrs. said into or the command president said Gyan. What the command said Gyan. I don't know who you know one found because you cannot prosecute based on an assessment. Another lawyer
no so on one report on the command presidency or indicating whom say we now an assessment now why may be a bit or say it may be a basis for proper investigation into allegations of corruption. Then Ghana for any muso
it may be a basis for proper investigation of corruption. Not say Obi Cultural say if that is so, then incorporate Sankrofano responses into it. Which you cook up.
No, you see,
now what do you lawyer? Lawyer Hinia, your lawyer, lawyer Amankwah, we a lawyer. Mudia Munim Chame, Media Mokakana Yam Swabi. All right? Inti, so what would say a basis of it made Ginaso, I investigation, criminal investigation. That's a case, yem cheap, yem fat, nipa bakwanse mumuasem. Then and only panic away interference. Let him give us another example of idea why you're president and interfere in his work. Then lawyer, you sit here and tell the world so a president are clear will be. President, what he said?
No, I won't allow you to go there. No, Sam, I won't allow you to go there because Mama.
I mean, Chester, you took room her. What is a president? What Pyne? I investigation be that. Speaking on matters, you know, are always investigative reports. You're there, Brennan. It is a CID, and a BNI, and a UOCO, and other investigative bodies, you know. And your investigation, normally the report to Brennan car. That's a report here generating crowd. You blame the president, and now if you say your case will be a comfort, you know, a comfort.
I also West will go. You can see and prosecute one corporate. They want to prosecute you.
Okay,
the two of you, I won't allow you to open the Pandora. The two of you, now, the two of you, okay.
Or the report no command for what?
It was an assessment.
Then again, me miss question.
No, not me.
Me miss question. Me miss question.
Martin.
Then again, we report to know. What's it? Agyapa.
Yeah, Agyapa royalties.
Now, me know who people are so disingenuous. Say, "Eyana mentiase." Now you create the impression say a private people be na a baby. Agyapa royalties a buying entity because at 978 section 33 it talks about the formation of the special purpose vehicle for that special purpose vehicle and the Agyapa royalties 17 a buying say obe offload shares
that ugo chire no ka ayi ho ayi
meba into what there and some na wo kan I was just say no so wo koye no and then ka wo say one more friend say transaction advisors na ehia say ehia transaction advisor na say na ehia that is the question into na ehia Pyne no to say ma oya advisor no
okay mo
and now to say lawyer na I send to transaction advisor no 1 million cedis.
You are going into the substance of the assessment now. Okay, for now, no, let's leave it. For now, let's leave it.
Then also, who see na ono nye nipa. The two Ibrahim no.
You see, gov't na kun what we Ghana sika to that tune.
Oh no, I won't allow that to pass because law firm no enye gabi. You and I know say the law firm no enye law firm no enye law firm.
Law firm is law firm, but then Pacho.
Who the man comes from lawyer? Na me can conclude no. Then what can I say? Baby, I know so upset. Emma me. Say, or the cofa ebas assemble.
Martin no na me my dream one me ntia say who ye assessment based on Agyapa. Former President Muhammad dey no dey be charge ase or no dey o say ye fanya dey.
And what can to us say
what government official what we saw on the government official one enti no kan wa asem say na dey be to ye say fanya dey.
Na president no onu so ko contest would demo the minister for finance would demo government agencies would the incorporate acquire say president mpo na ye no onu the onko election set a quarter there no budget. What kind of logic is that? What kind of logic is that?
They don't know the quarter to former president Bufuya.
You want no Ebas asemi ababe affiliate. Ebas asemi ababe affiliate.
Ghana for what
royalties abosume nefa.
Mo government Martin Amidu mrani emisa nsem bi say board. Now sir office of the special prosecutor no e won the board. Linda a Kwafuya or ye anti-corruption crusader. Or no na ye board chairperson. I wish nipa institutional representation or more was our board no so anya asem ketwa. In all this no board no not board no then na board robe na board no play was asking what is it. I am confirm mo bisa Martin Amidu say board no the issues are no one no ever no or no because no a member of the board. And then a board no san same way I can board antumi anya hu bibi.
Then no well yes I never know. Obama ya fisuma call the realm of conspiracy theories.
No be a man called realm of conspiracy theories biawa. I na lawyer ka board no. What's the board no?
Me say board no. As we speak, said the board is silent on this whole thing. What I say? The board is silent on this whole thing. Bibi am public domain.
Or the resignation no okay, I don't want to be technical on this issue, but Martin no questions pure also
one should be the know about resignation.
Yeah, so many questions to answer.
I say you putting it on record na say. Omanpani Akufo Addo. So was say a person fight corruption. Oman we won. On stop say obey interfere.
He no interfere.
The fight against corruption.
He no interfere.
Because say okoso
he no interfere. No, give me one example of interference.
Against corruption no.
Give me one example of interference.
Oh, Bema, give me that Martin Amidu dey betu joy.
What's it then?
The two of you the two of you. No, the two of you, yeah, show. The mandate of the special prosecutor. Investigation and prosecution of cases of alleged or suspected corruption and corruption-related offences under the Procurement Act 2003, where as amended. Now, sir, Daniel Ajay or the Daniel Ajay, right? Ajay Nima Ajay. Also, that's a Daniel. Okay. Ajay Nima Ajay KC by. Tama president here say aspect of conflict of interest in a way no there. Enko Shrajo. Who office of the special prosecutor will refer the aspect of corruption no e de ama Martin Amidu. Ye wo kroma na Shraj na saying omo findings and as omo report about it. Martin Amidu will report on sa papa no de e wo hemfa. The report on excavators once and sema enam so krom also our president refer edema say onye ho adwuma. The report e wo he. There series of enema Martin Amidu ye de ama say ye ho adwuma wodi wani akosi mahama yarega so no no kwa na over prosecutor case ye dey come march next year omo agyan dey come march next year oh to super abrante ya na ono kwa na over prosecutor pardon me for investigation and prosecution of cases of alleged hospital corruption related offences under the Criminal Offences Act. Investigation, prosecution of cases of alleged hospital corruption and corruption-related offences involving public officers, politically exposed persons, and persons in the private sector involved in the commission of the offence under any other relevant law. Near here, me Pyne, recovering and managing the process of corruption. Martin Amidu bet me aka say we oye bibi ba kopekrawa. Receiving and investigating complaints from a person on a matter that involves or may involve corruption and corruption-related offences. Martin, we back performing any other functions connected with the office. The bottom line is Juma no Martin and to me and you one country Ghana for say Juma the man went to me and yet. Juma ya bossy ewo he Martin and to me when to me and
interfere in the fight against
corruption. Me sometime some we say a fire with a rather mammy.
Okay, Yampa Martin, the NCA, yeah, campaign.
So, Ukasa, I do so I still have a Zocasa.
Mimma, do on
Daddy, Mommy reading me message. Mommy reading me message.
Seconds.
The most important thing I was hearing in I noti. And they say the fight against corruption. Wow, who leaded that crusade? No, you should be incorruptible. Now,
lawyer Martin want me and Jumano.
Standard
me pa say me hwe ne Ghana for do rehemu an ye wo Martin mu we disappointed and say I won't can to make case ansem we no because people pa Ghana betimi aya adwuma we pa without fear or without idea bia. Now I just church epistles sa wanye hwe the bia media now releasing the massa
okacho say ade we won pet now so be ya o ma unto say Martin Amidu
the bia
his house has been badged. What you say? There are a lot of threats against his life.
President say IGP man 24-hour protection.
Lawyer, what you say?
Mami come message.
The threats
I respect you pa. It is a bad opportunity say ya. Woman no. I believe say bia mumie no kra no. The issue of this no, one bet you more than me. If it's something say about technically about law now, you marry them. But so go to the extent say, but bit in the baby because say or suspect say a bargain fee. Then come and sit there say a bargain. They say I buy say your money 24-hour protection. But guess what? Nipa no kind no as a lawyer no. Who want to me cooperate you and go catch say cooperate say o be kume.
Mami papa.
Na ya kika we na betra na lawyer wo be so.
Okay. As part of the topics are.
Na edema wo e ya nokura na nya nokure.
Hey papa, wakasa no na me Martin Amidu fio me ti obi.
Mama we can me message say no fio krama e gu fio. Enkrama egu Martin Amidu fie ho no. Menim ni pa probity press fie ho. Martin Amidu fie ho no. Wa be ho da. Oda ya be ho da.
Me the petition kwase egi.
Ya be ho da.
Me the petition kwase egi.
Martin we disappointed guy.
Na ono ka kire be say me nye be man enough. Ejina be say egi film but eventually no.
Ono na show so on the boss.
Because I see opportunity. Maybe that is my problem. Your office are a creative, you know. Even if said another, I need to interface or interfere. Even if no, you see,
but as someone can say, all the powers
exactly.
Even if seemingly interference be one can won't obey me already Ghana for you now behind you and do that. Want me and
issue with that, but another only interference.
Or the man can messages.
Nana do interfere.
Then I charge for the interview, which means issue reported by now there will be a one interview. I do my so what job was so behind because also any part 249.
Charge report,
what do you find to further to
second band there demands to know.
Oh, financial clearance over the part 2 pay. Or better, you might not be a the deputy minimum no money. On my own, maybe. On
person or trust issues.
Difficult person. Good evening, lawyer. Please let the NDC man know that position on the ballot paper doesn't change mine. 1992, late J.J. Rawlings was #1. But this year election is about issues, not Usain Bolt. Beer West for Bernard Blay from Valentine Aqua. Martin Amidu is a disgrace to the nation and his family at large. Bernard Blay says this one. Okay, Martin, they don't know why you want to. Martin Amidu. Hi, lawyer asks the NDC. Also, then, where were they when former President Mahama was paying teachers who worked for more than 3 years? 3 months salary. The NDC and are insensitive to Ghanaians. Ghanaians shall vote them out come December 7th. In fact, Martin Amidu has disgraced himself, Ghanaians, the international community, and the NDC party. 4Z, half a Senate says this one. Now, who says NDC for no? Omo check Martin, sir. Now, say, I say, who ever said government official, no. Who the NDC for the year? That was the papa what you yes, so call Agyapa assessment. Why Agyapa assessment every year? Call investigation into Airbus in year. Who say, Mahuni or government official one a former president? Say, I'm fine day. Or God just stupidity ben a whole year, I was here for you. Ah, Obia small. Edmano na bro so ntumi nye.
Shraja semba. Una wo so shraja nye na eduma ye.
Na sika no kra wo kra so you should report to be. Papa na am say wa bre. Lawyer, I've forgotten okay, Obizam say I've forgotten you are the host where maybe I've forgotten myself. You are talking like a panelist. You have not been fair to Martin Amidu in the way of your questionings. Honorable Abbott, okay, Martin Amidu is my friend. He has disappointed me. I have every right to say what I'm saying. Well, you know, I'm here to lose confidence. Nana Yado Amadakwa way writing from Wasada there. So, Mr. Moderator, please ask the NDC man for me. Do they now believe the free SHS is real and not the 419 as they preach to Ghanaians? My second question, can they now see any meat on the bones? Okay. Now, this one says it's called Dr. Downblow from Bremso, Apelsika. Mr. Martin Amidu should have resigned long ago. We know he was just a scapegoat, perhaps, looking at the numerous corruption-related issues under President Akufo Addo. But it's good for the reason. Corruption under this government is beyond comprehension. My regards to Felix Kwachi Ofosu, the next MP for Abura Asebu Amankwah constituency. Okay, I didn't hear that one. Good evening, lawyer. NDC tag Nanado with nepotism. If he had appointed his relative to hold the office of special prosecutor, would he betrayed him? Shame to Martin Amidu. He is a traitor. Kwaku Bamfo from Ohene Valley. Well, the NDC blood Martin Amidu prevented him from recruiting the teeming graduates who are ready to work. Hence, they not seize the opportunity to honor the merit that was given him to recruit, and just so made needless demand for staff. This propaganda won't work. Kwaku Y from Akutuase. Asante Achim. Oh, Asante Achim where na mama bresan. What no kwabra hu ze. Na because Akutuase ana. Mama brese. Akutu nyanka. Lawyers are trained to interpret and manipulate the rules of bureaucratic behavior, but not all lawyers are legally minded. Hey, na yenzo ayone. We are not to we don't manipulate rules. So I am who say lawyers. We don't rules. We only apply the rules. Rule law no says is at the bottom of the judge. Honorable Chief Soso, future MP for Formina, says, in fact, the resignation of the special prosecutor is inappropriate. He has shown to the public that he is not fit for the job to help fight corruption. So we urge Mr. Martin Amidu to stop ranting for more for Nana to do more. Now this one says, good evening, lawyer. This is Kodria from Kumau. Mr. Evans is that. There's no doomsaw in Ghana. But Namidu was a lazy man. That's why he wasn't using the money. Lawyer, thank you. Let me commend President Nanado for instructing the NBSSI to disburse the funds to the victims of the Odona fire outbreak. Listening President, indeed, for more for Nana, hi to Nana Safo Kantanka, Asisi Ohene, and Dr. Kessben Nyako, incoming MP for Kwadaso. Now this one says, good evening to you. Tell Mr. Pyne to forget Amidu and NDC party and go down and tell good job MPP has done. Jaga P. Sefribekwai. KTI boy sends this one. Okay. Good evening to you, lawyer. Please, if the NDC are always talking about corruption, especially the Agyapa deal and Mr. Martin Amidu saga, please, I would like to know what has become of Dr. Stephen Opuni's case. Well, that case is in court, is being prosecuted. From Ankoma Foster, Achim Airebi, no matter what the NDC will say about Martin Amidu's resignation, most Ghanaians have seen great development done by our president fighting corruption and making good policy over economic sector. Vote for number 1. Still 4 more for Nana. My regards to Honorable Kojopong Nkrumah Alexander Kwasiakwa and Achirimansa Patriotic members. Okay. This one is from OPK, God so visionary and competent, and Addo is incorruptible and has not been tagged with any corrupt acts since his political career, but clueless and super incompetent. Mahama collected Ford, okay, the Ford Shrine said it wasn't bribe. Burkina Bay contractor Martin Amidu has confirmed that he is government official 1 in the Airbus bribery scandal. So NDC tagging him with corruption won't work because he's seriously fighting corruption with digitization. So for more for Nana to do more. Regards to Honorable Martin J. Mensa Kosa, incoming MPP MP for Techiman South and all MPP MPs. This one says, I am Karim Montari from Wenchi Sakawa boys from okay. This is an insulting message. I'm not sure you expect me to read. Even in Supreme Court, there is a fair hearing of the accused. So there was nothing wrong with the president asking Martin Amidu to do that. As OBS Ahafonkasem sends this one. Lord, thank you, and I say thank you to Leonard. The NDCs will be observing a vigil to highlight issues on probity and accountability in honor of Papa J. They should not forget to talk about Jida Sada Azontaba, Ford Expedition, Wyoming Bars Brandon, Airbus Scandal, MP's double salary, Sagreme Housing Project, among others, from Sir IB inside a Fijase. Is there going to be a vigil on probity and accountability? Okay. This is prophecy. Nanado Dankwa Akufo Addo is winning this year's election by 54.2% margin. I went to heaven and God himself told me this to tell Ghanaians they should mark it at where water will not wash it away. Jeremiah Apia of Mankasim sending us this message. Next time we teachers will not vote for this MPP government again because they have lied that they have paid our salary arrears. Meanwhile, nothing has been paid. How come the whole education minister arrears has not been paid? Okay. Lord, please let the NDC man know that free SHS is not only about infrastructure, rather visionary leader like Nanado, something that could not be done in 20 years could now be done in 4 years by Mahama. What has changed now? Be wise Ghanaians from Senek Agogo sending us this message. Plenty messages. I'm told I have 8 minutes in the airport, so I have to come back to the studio. I'll give you 4 minutes, 8 minutes, so I'll give you 3 minutes, and I'll keep 2 minutes for myself. So if let me give you 3 minutes, why should Ghanaians vote for NDC?
You see me, Ebra, Omampeni, John Dramani, Mama. NDC you as flag bearer. Now I was what did the news for them? I took Ghana for you now, and then they couldn't tell you to about family. Only the manifesto express no trans. And the end say, I was a quote about for. You could see one more masam. Now, the manifesto. Ghana for so Kasai. So, Osha NDC manifesto no more. A manifesto. In fact, MPP for Afa at the age of Sisi Aminoka say. Now, Mammy got me being Joe. Me say, Papa, MPP for entering. And da, Nanado Dankwa Akufo Addo, Oba Kumasi Swami magazine. Name said now watch mu pepepe ena omampani dada John Dramani mama na so ba eye Kumasi Swami magazine enipa ebehia papa no betie nanum asem no
so you say papa no, which of the papa no?
Oh, me come omampani there be you see me case obi betie papa na it's not about ngofu bi papa no mo kan no.
Okay.
Me kept President Mama.
You are 1 minute.
Papa, you see, what happened? I was on magazine. Omampeni John Dramani Mama Kansembi. Now, it was very interesting because you see, the Savage Vehicle Act no Omo de ba ya. Omo pass ya. almost almost suspended. So, ebra MPP for the buy. One of the na Akufo Addo policy. Now, me pato mami
Orlando the time now.
Oh, the time the family 1 minute one. You see, abra o man penny John Dramani ka say oba Sam Rano beden ubetwam because Sam Rano we Kumasi ni anasa we Ghana ni a we adwuma aboso kan we adwuma ma so amazi amu imported accident cars and no be na your top papers there mo amoye cars no adwuma no se ye twa sa adwuma die ni mu a nipa bebre adwuma bebo mo.
Okay, Mama Samo. Oh, time no.
No, me running out there netwam. Man penny John Dramani mama ka say Nanado say so law no one for baby ma or then say on cancel sa law.
Okay.
More suspended.
Okay.
Up to now, law no was suspending the keke.
Okay.
Me magana for what you say. What to abama no win here or ba law no the beba.
Or the me that's me cause some 3 minutes here.
Say unya mamoefo a wo mo peso man bo a sa na wo kan mo nsam. Say the Joma America no. Hwe Alata Nigeria. Wo ma sambo vehicles ho. Fita fo ho no mo nya adwuma. South Africa. Wo ma sambo vehicles ho. Fita fo ho mo nya adwuma. Say obi ka industrialization.
Omunya mrantwem.
Na yesi ye be assemble plants a. Lawyer, enti say car yesi apimasi atete. E fatasi de kwakoba na ebi kura beduru ha na ye dumping grounds.
Anya no kra.
Meanwhile, no, emra na wo kan wasem no, NDC 106 MPs na wo parliament no, wo mu nyina sign bi.
Please check it.
Wo mu pass that Savage Bakers Act no. NDC MPs wo parliament nyina sign bi.
106 in the sign.
It say John Mahama bejira na oka bisanse ono no on kan na.
No, check the records of me.
But wonim la yen ene vice president akwe QR digitization. With the one opportunity not to kwan. Mo kwa manoni a mo hu se wonam kra ye mfasika entu ye botom. Ye mfasika entu ye botom no. Wutu ya ka uye o card enti se ye hwim obi sika ya ye obi se wa abonten no eni kro bebre so amanoni. When any formalization of economy and no any true at the power and more money any o. And no an MPP yeah yo. Ye can't see a be yo. Yeah. No one be film or trick. Mahama as a vice president, as an injury time president, as a full-time president, a film or trick. You cannot point to one important thing, one policy, one intervention. I will bet you do say to say me buy me and me say ye fa bibia mpa ye fra ye wona my beka say John Mahama this say what John Akufo bus me boa
oh na
ye what John Mahama then ye can na do graduates senior high school when na nti ne pa na ye mo man Ghana ye ma amanfo de ye na agriculture mu health service biara me see e ba ye won mo na e won nurses medical officers asefo a na fi 2013 na aban emfa wo adwuma no ya fa adwuma a churchfo sa Ghana Education Service wo cocoa board and they are planning for food and jobs e cost kase pa no e yesi atimi afo over 4,000 extension officers wo mo kire kuafo no say de sidua e money e bro ni ye enu ti na aduane e bu a yen enne the mo local rights kura no ye di bi ko ba bi akwakoton no we ena ye na wontia we ena ye ba wo kuro Adansi Asokwa
emo a ye import okromo ano ye import fi abrochire ba kromo ano e asam geto asam be na o kan say Ghana mo a import ba kromo e asam geto a ka say ye ne export right.
I'm talking about your production.
Oh,
and it is a fact. We say nyame na meti studio ha and mabo betrum eka we Ministry of Agriculture we benya data no ho say if for the past 2 years ba no da bia ye mo ye last year refi say o ma bia mo e be ka say o munya ba bi kra
we are import back to
we are not talking about imports. Okay. There we have taste and we be o kra
okay young men young men
tell the local rights in here and now you call Akmandan when you say you see local government university
okay
with a 300-bed capacity hostel and a presidential villa. What's a Saturday program here in Honum? Look at that. Let me hear me then. I don't know
congratulations, you've done well.
But when you be a Wakuma down was at Memhaya. As a Memhaya. Now, green housing projects are here and all others are. And no nature said, yet your mind as sequence you say, ye queer him. Ye queer him, and yet propaganda. And yet, you can't say,
5 minutes.
fear and what tree, your dema one, wouldn't she, I'll be dinner so. President Akufo Addo, or your number 1 on the ballot.
On that note, thank you, gentlemen. On that note,
4 more years for Nana. Number 1.
Thank you, gentlemen. Medase, lawyer Evans Amankwah Medase. Any member of the NDC, Mr. Samuel Pyne, Regional Secretary of the NPP. Omo mo hye djuma dia de bre mu nyina. Yeda mu nyina se Nyankopon nya adoma. Na wo say ne e be se abeso mo ponchi djuma die so. Bye bye.